To you by Stoughton Health, providing experienced physicians, nurses, therapists, technicians, and staff for personalized, forward-thinking, expert health care. Stoughton Health, trusted care, close to home. Packers training camp is finally here, and ESPN Wisconsin is live from Green Bay today. We just had Wilde and Tauscher live from Packers training camp. Now it's Jim, Matt, and Molly taking you up until 2 o'clock going into the Milwaukee Brewers game. And speaking of the Brewers, there will be no free cheeseburgers in Milwaukee as the Brewers winning streak came to an end at 11 games last night. The Brew Crew fell to the Seattle Mariners 1-0. The game was scoreless until the bottom of the 6th when Cal Raleigh went yard for the eventual game winner. The Milwaukee Brewers will have a chance to win the series this afternoon. First pitch for that game will be at 2:40. Coverage starts at 2:04 right after Jim, Matt, and Molly, as Quinn Priester will be on the mound this afternoon with his 8-2 record. Jim, Matt, and Molly starts right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's gonna swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
We got Homer, Matt Hamilton.
Yeah.
We have
Pessimist Molly.
No. Realist.
and then Contrarian.
Total. Yeah.
Jim Rutledge here.
It's Murr.
I'm the flower, it's
Mister.
Could it be possible you guys are the best show in ESPN Wisconsin, the whole state?
Yeah, obviously. It's
possible. Anything's possible.
You're the best.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power. We are at the Tundra Trio. You can see Lambeau Field behind us, kind of. Actually, you can see Lambeau Field better than you can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. But we are here. There's the disembodied hand of Matt Hamilton. Basically, if we stand in front of the if we put an appendage, arms, legs, in front of the sliding glass doors here, you can see those. You can stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Molly Brown, Jim Rutledge, Matt Hamilton with you. Primetime Warshime decided to stay back at the Everlight Solar Studio. You can do those bunny ears now, Matt? All right.
Just shadow puppets.
Matt and I drove up together. Molly was here beforehand, so it's been a fun day. We're taking you up because we're on early because the Milwaukee Brewers play today, so we're taking you up to Brewers baseball here on ESPN Madison. The Brewers, who are tied for first. The season ended today, though. The Cubs would have won a division because they lead that series. The Brewers take on the Mariners. I hate that stat, so whenever I can give it out, because people will do that all the time. Like, well, if the season ended today, outside of COVID, the season's never going to end today, or we got bigger problems. If the season ended today, I got bigger problems than who's in first place. That's usually my answer.
Fair.
Because if the season ended today, things are very wrong. But regardless, the Brewers sending Quinn Priester to the mound. No burgers, no George Webb's burgers. I believe the internet is blaming Alex Stroh for that.
Which they should.
Irrelevant. I'm fine with that.
Jinxes.
No idea.
Don't you guys believe
Irrelevant.
in jinx?
Yes.
100% I do.
I believe in more in law of averages. That the Brewers are a good team. They had some iffy wins against the Dodgers their last two. It seemed like they were going to lose a game just from, like, they were not dialing it in like they were. I believe, like, 8 out of their 11 games in a row? Mm-hmm. 8 out of their 11 wins were like 1 or 2 less runs.
Yep,
so like they were playing with fire. So I just was playing law of averages, and I just thought the Miz game was the one they would lose. But actually, their problem, which we talked about and broke the internet with the Freddie Peralta.
We didn't. You did.
Suarez. We're a team here. Suarez trade is that the Brewers don't have bats, and it reared its ugly head there. Seattle had a thumper.
Yeah, we only had 2 hits.
They had the dumper and Cal Raleigh, who hit the home run. That's all you need. The Brewers don't have that.
You just need a big jumper.
Yes.
That's all you need.
A big stick, a big bat. They need something to get it done for the Brewers. It reared its ugly head. That's a playoff caliber team that the Brewers lost to. Today could be, I have not seen the lineup. Ryan, have you seen it yet? Because today could be that getaway game we talked about, Molly, where they could throw out a lot of backups today in the lineup just because they're going to fly out of Seattle and then they play the Marlins at home tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So that could be one of those games where you kind of rest your starters, give them a little extra time off after a long 6-game road. And honestly, no matter what happens today, it's been a successful trip out west for the Brewers. Win or lose.
11 games is a lot of wins. To do that consecutively?
Yes. Well, I meant like they had 6 games out west. If they win, whether they win 4 or they win 5 out of those 6, that's a successful trip out west. I think we all can agree with that.
I mean, we had them. We were kind of talking like 3 wins.
3 and 3 would have been good, yes.
Splitting the 6 games.
2
on this
playoff
road.
caliber teams out west would have been acceptable. Getting 4 or 5 is obviously that's a win. We are up in Green Bay, and we're going to talk a lot of Packers today. Goody spoke today. We're going to play a little bit of For Real or Phony next segment here, get into some of Goody's audio. But, Molly, you probably saw the most of practice, but
you even saw Goody.
I did see Goody. I walked about 50 feet behind him, so that was fun.
How were the vibes?
Try and catch up and say hi?
I actually did try to, walk fast, but I'm also not, I'm not going to be creepy. So even, when I was trying to take a photo to send to you guys, I was like, I'm sneakily hiding my phone to take a photo right now. I feel awkward trying to get a picture of him. But practice was fine. I mean, I saw a little bit. I watched the defense a little bit. Kind of crazy. Matt, I saw your guy, Rashawn Gary. On TV, they look like bigger dudes, they look like they have, a little tummy and, all that kind of stuff. But when you see him in real life, it's just always shocking to me to be like, damn, that guy's, 1, huge, tall. 2, he's jacked. 3, he his body fat. You talk about your body fat percentage all the time, Jim. Not all the time, but you know what I mean. Shout out Carbon World Health. But yes, they
9%, by the way.
They are so lean and fit.
Thing to be insecure about sugar. Go ahead.
But it's crazy. So I that's what my favorite part about going to training camp is just seeing these people in real life that you watch on TV that you're just like, my God, they're just freaks of nature. It's just crazy. But in terms of, actual vibes of training camp, I feel like this is the most, lackluster training camp I think I've seen, and I've been coming for the last 6 years, maybe. I don't know. I'm attributing it to the uncertain weather today. It was supposed to be 95 degrees or something. I know I was going to bring my family, and then when I looked at the weather 2 days ago, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not bringing my family when it's going to be 1 billion degrees. And it was thunderstorming this morning, too, so,
Smart, because with kids, honestly, and me personally, I'd rather be hot than cold. But with kids, it's honestly, you can get them warm pretty quick. It's dangerous with hot because you can't cool them down as easily. So yeah, I think that probably definitely played into it.
Yeah, I'm definitely more of a be cold.
That's not what I was looking to you for your thoughts on the Packers vibes.
You watched training camp for a little bit.
Yeah, for a little
minute.
It was. I mean. Kind of what I was expecting. They're just running short drills, no contact.
Did you come up here before for practice, when you were a fan?
When I was a kid,
when he was a fan,
I'm sorry, but now he's on.
Yes.
Now he's in media. Now he's the Olympic curler. I just meant as a young boy watching the Packers.
I did come up one time. I think it was a little ruined because my dad didn't want to throw my bike in the car because I wanted to do the dream drive.
Oh yeah.
And
such a dad move.
Yeah, he was like, Matt, come on. They're not going to ride your bike. And if, I don't want to haul your bike around because we're going to want to do stuff and we got to deal with your bike all the time.
Wait, that's so sad.
That's such a dad move.
That is your child trauma right there.
Well, I mean, it was still here's the thing.
I would never tell my kids, they're not going to take your bike. To me, I'm like, oh, what if Jordan Love gets on your bike? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, but that's mom versus dad, though.
Dad just set expectations.
That's just practical. It ain't happening.
Dad was like, beggars can't be choosers. You get to go to Lambeau, and we get to do this. Don't push your luck. Set expectations. A+ fathering right there, if you ask me.
You know what happens, though, if you have the mom mentality of it? Last year, we brought my stepson, who was 11 at the time, and you know what? He had, James Esther. I think he's back, number 98. Don't know who he is for the Packers. Mm-hmm. He didn't make the team last year. But he ended up riding his bike, signed his bike, and then as we were walking back to, our car, the AmFam people stopped him, interviewed him, all that stuff, and then gave him the free Jordan Love jersey. So, hey, that's what happens when you have the mom mentality of
I mean,
let's
I was
do
still
it.
there. I still have like a couple like random autographs on football. That's still in my.
You didn't get a
basement.
free jersey.
I did not get.
You
a
should.
free jersey.
They got
Free
the
Nike jersey,
You got
too.
the Mamba, the mentality. You got to go with the Mamba
Mamba mentality.
there.
I'm gonna get a shirt that says that.
I like it's optimistic. Believe in your kids. Let them believe in magic for as long as possible. Dads are more like, let's
nip this in the bud.
Yeah,
Your bike is gonna be a pain in my butt.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
I want to go
Like, we
drink
had
some
other
Coors Lights.
things we
I don't want
wanted
to
do.
leave your bar.
He
I don't
wanted
wanna
to go to the pro shop and
Yeah,
go
yeah.
into the stadium and
Yeah.
stuff, and he's like, we can't
I don't
want
want
to
to leave your bike outside the Oval Office. Like, there's just a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's where we
Good
parked.
Lord.
That's where we parked.
Where is? Never mind. I'm not gonna ask. I'm sure you guys know.
I'm
though.
sure you didn't see a sign.
Only
Oh,
10-minute
I did.
walk from here.
the only one in Green Bay too.
Yeah, I've looked it up. It's not far.
Is it really not that
I
far?
don't know.
I'm
didn't
gonna look it up right
actually.
now. Please hold.
Matt's got he's got a route.
Yeah.
There's a well-worn route from Lambeau to. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea.
He
what
has it all planned out. He's ready. This is the plan for post show. We're gonna go to the pro shop. Matt's
Yep.
gonna buy something. Who knows what? Then we're gonna go kick some field goals over at the Titletown little field.
Well, I'm going
Large
to kick
field.
field goals. You're going to attempt.
Okay. I don't know what it's called, like what the dinger comparison is in football, but that's what I'm gonna make.
You're going to be kicking dingers?
Yeah, basically.
Ouch.
Yeah, and then we'll maybe go to the Oval. Well, you guys can.
Who will?
I'm out.
Hey,
I'm out.
the show that travels to Gentlemen's Club together.
It's
stays
3
together.
miles from
Honestly,
here, you guys.
I'm surprised there's not a gentleman's club called the Pro Shop. Because again, a lot of these gentlemen's clubs are named to like.
Could you imagine the people that show up there thinking they're
Right, that's what I mean. But like, I remember Wisconsin Rapids had one that was called the Body Shop. It was like these names that like are not like. I was like, I'm going to the body shop. Could be getting my work, getting like something done on the car. Like some of them have like a little.
There's one by an airport in Scotland called the Landing Strip.
There you go.
Great pizza. Great pizza.
you could be landing it.
God,
The worst one.
What?
it's so gross.
There was one. No, I got you beat. There was one in Florida. It was open to 5 a.m. It was called the Porthole. It was nautical themed. It was like all the windows in there were like a boat window.
Well, you guys will see on your drive back to Madison on 41 as you go south. I believe that there's one Peppermint Rhino or something.
Oh, that's a
Like-
chain.
Spearmint.
Oh,
Spearmint.
I don't know if
Is it
it's spearmint.
peppermint?
I think it's
Spearmint?
peppermint.
It's
It's either
peppermint.
peppermint rhino
It's
or peppermint hippo.
Peppermint
Ryan
Rhino. Okay.
frequents it.
There was a spearmint
often
rhino,
when
I
he
believe,
comes
down
I'm an
in
expert.
Florida.
Ryan is a Fox Valley native. He would know.
Yeah, he's got a frequent flyer card.
He's like,
Yeah.
he's got. You
For
want
every
the,
10 punches.
you want the best Yelp reviews? Go follow Ryan.
Exactly. I mean, it's just like living in Brown County. You get like the lottery to win Packers tickets. You enter a lottery for the Peppermint Hippo. That's the name. It's the Peppermint Hippo.
That's
I
funny.
told you.
So,
That's
like,
a total rip-off of like a
Spearmint
chain.
Rhino.
Yeah.
There was Spearmint Rhino, and then
Okay.
there's Peppermint Hippo. So that's funny. Like they ripped off the chain, which
Totally.
is actually tip of the hat.
Yeah.
So I want to get to a little football here. We're in Green
Do we
Bay.
have
We're
to?
here in Green Bay,
ridiculous.
not for the entertainment. We are here in Green Bay for the Packers, and I have this feeling. I want to workshop this idea. And then we'll throw out a side and limited poll question. You can chime in 844-770-3776. Carl was talking text line. This is more. I have this thought. I think every team in the NFC North. Now there's levels to this, but I would not be floored or taken aback if any team in the NFC North won the. So whether it's the Bears, the Lions, the Packers, or the Vikes, I think any of them can win the North. But I also wouldn't be shocked if any of them finished dead last in the North. Now, I don't think any of them are going to worse than like 7 wins.
You wouldn't be surprised if like the Lions did?
Not blown. They'd be my most surprised, but I wouldn't be blown away.
Just because of the coaching switch.
The coaching switches, and I'm assuming taking away barring major injury too.
Right.
But I have the stance that every team in the NFC North outside of Chicago, because they were bad, they had more wins than they would have with a more balanced schedule because they got to play the AFC South. Or AFC, which one is it? With Titans and the Colts, like they got to play that trash division,
Yep.
and so like they just got a bunch of free wins in there, and so I think that inflated everyone's wins by probably 2. So now if you took 2 off of everyone, so now you got Detroit from 15 down to 13, Green Bay from 11 back down to 9. So now like Detroit, if Detroit came in dead last, I would imagine they had 8 or 9 wins, but like I don't think anyone's gonna have worse than 7 wins, and I think the top's gonna be around like 11, and I think all teams are fully capable now. if I'm ranking the most likely to finish in first, I'm going Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay, Chicago, and obviously I think I would just reverse that for finish last. Mm-hmm. But I also just don't think it's a massive gap.
That's interesting.
I mean, I do think the race for the North is going to be it was obviously tight last year, but it was a 2-horse race. Like, we get in the last 5 games of the season, I think everyone's still mathematically
neck?
there. Well, mathematically, right? It might be like Bears need to run the table and then need help from the other teams playing the other division.
Well, and also running the table, they've done a good job of, the NFL has, I don't have the schedule in front of me, putting a lot of conference games division games late. So running the table could be winning 3 out of 4 against the North opponents.
Yeah, the Bears and Packers play each other 2 times in 13 days.
I'm pretty sure
insane.
the Packers, from Thanksgiving on, they play 5 of their 6 divisional games.
Yeah, the only one that's not is the Broncos.
And the Ravens.
Does that make things more interesting?
Yeah. No, it definitely does. Because
it makes it so stressful.
The jump is so much.
Yeah, to Matt's
you only
point.
get a half win for winning outside the division.
So now I feel even better about my take, because someone could be coming in and, look, we're talking about a quarterback injury that could derail the whole thing, but a team could lose. Jacobs could miss 2 games towards the end of the year. That might be the end of it for the Packers. As far as, like, they could be 7 wins with 3 to go. Jacobs missed 2. They might end up with 8 wins.
Good. It's all warm-up games, then hopefully Jordan Love will actually win a divisional game. I mean, more than one.
More than one.
That's my guy right
without
there.
a fingertip involved?
Yes.
What do you think?
Literally.
Like, what would you be happy with for Jordan Love in the division? Like, if the Packers split the division down the middle, 3-3?
That's bare minimum of what he needs to do.
That's bare minimum?
Bare minimum. Again, I bring it back to this every time. He's making $55 million a year.
Yeah.
You need to beat divisional opponents.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the biggest flaw with Jordan Love, is that he's getting paid like he's elite. Like, he's getting paid like he's Jared Goff, and he's not Jared Goff.
Right.
844-770-3776. That's Carbon Talk text line. List is more. We'll get to our side limited poll question after we play For Real Phony next.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I'm out on Kelsey. Clipped Laporta.
I'm out on Kelsey. I don't like Kelsey.
Travis Kelsey.
I do.
God, if Jim was
his hair,
here,
his last name, everything. He'll be like, "What? Him and Taylor Swift are great."
If Jim was here, he would just be screaming at the both of you right
Literally,
now.
Oh
exactly.
my gosh, he would be losing
This
his
isn't even
mind.
a question.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bars of the Month. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy the best High Life specials in Madison. Plus, to celebrate our love for dive bars, we'll be giving away a case of Miller High Life to one lucky fan every Thursday. Live the high life with Jim, Matt, and Molly and enjoy the champagne of beer in its natural environment. Like Main Street Lanes, Jerry's Place, Antlers Tavern, and Argus Bar and Grill.
Ever thought about hitting a golf ball in Camp Randall Stadium? Well, now is your chance. On August 1st and 2nd, you can enjoy a VIP experience while hitting tee shots from the upper deck throughout the stadium down to custom greens on the field below. Start and end your round with great music, cold beers, food, and numerous golf challenges. Event is open to all ages, but hurry because tee times will go fast. Go to upperdeckgolf.com to book a tee time today. That's upperdeckgolf.com.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back?
bank. If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code CLEAN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code CLEAN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code CLEAN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
When it comes to your health, do you want to buy something online or do you want to meet with someone local? A local doctor with a family-owned business that cares about you. That's right. You want to meet with Nestor Rodriguez and Ashley Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. You have questions about cryotherapy, red light therapy, hormone replacement treatments, GLP-1s, or you just want to have a great workout. Carbon World Health is there for you. They have a new location in Sun Prairie, and they have their original location in Madison. So when it comes to your health, there's nowhere better to go than Carbon World Health in Madison and now in Sun Prairie.
The ESPN Madison Open presented by Coors Light is back. On Monday, August 4th, the ESPN Madison crew is packing their bags and teeing off at TPC, Wisconsin for a day on the links. This year's Open is benefiting Mentoring Positives, a nonprofit based right here in Madison dedicated to uplifting youth and families through mentoring, athletics, and youth entrepreneurship. ESPN Madison Open also brought to you by Badgerland Exteriors, Annex Wealth Management, Sunday Paper, Incredible Bank, Borikov Osman LLC, and Retirement Income Strategies.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Ain't shady, baby, I'm hot, like the prodigal son. Big up Bartolini, meeny, money, mo, and flower, you're the chosen one.
You guys know I love my Zoa energy. Me and Jim were just bonding over the fact that our kids don't sleep. And when they do and they crawl into our beds and they kick us at night, it keeps us up all night. So you guys know that I am living with my Zoa energy drinks. I need it every single day. I love all the flavors. I love the wild orange flavor. Why are you laughing, Matt? I love my Zoa.
Yeah, I know.
I literally drink them every single day.
No, I know. I see you in the studio every single day. I carry them to your car like every other day.
You do carry them to my car. They are heavy cases. But
they are.
If you need to find an energy drink that fits your lifestyle, just like me, head over to ZoaEnergy.com to see where you can pick some up for yourself.
Molly's like famous people watching out the window.
I'm trying to see. I just saw this dude that was probably 7 feet tall, like 230 pounds of solid muscle. Like, goodness. I'm just trying to see who walks past next.
Yeah.
Matt
Okay.
LaFleur, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe it'll be Goody. We're going to get to For Real or Phony in a second. Molly Brown, Jim Rutledge, Matt Hamilton with you. We are in Green Bay. We are on 12-2 because the Brewers are coming up next on ESPN Madison. We are the home of Brewers baseball on ESPN Madison. They wrap up their West Coast road trip against the Mariners. Quinn Priester on the mound. We'll have that to you, pregame a little bit after 2 here on ESPN Madison. We are in Green Bay, so that's why Molly is watching for famous assistant coaches or Packer players here at the Tundra Trio. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. By us, I mean basically you're going to see Lambeau Field and some weird silhouettes every once in a while.
She just
felt
had
like
this
Green Bay to me.
So justified swagger about her.
Rich Bisaccia is literally walking
she
right
says
behind
that
us.
and then just looks at me and leans
There's
back
players
in her chair.
right there. I couldn't tell you who they are, but they're
I know.
right there.
I just the vibe you're putting out right now is great.
Isn't that the doctor walking right behind us right now too? Take a look.
Doctor Who.
I think it's Doc McKenzie, right?
Not Doctor Who. That's a make-believe character.
Thank you, Matt.
Molly, you did say, and this is true, these are like elite napping chairs. Like
these are great.
If we could, Matt, you wanted to go to the pro shop, I might just nap it up for a minute, and then you can kind of just find me after the pro shop.
Speaking of Zoa, have you guys ever heard of like a calf nap? where you literally drink caffeine,
Yep.
take a nap, and then by the time your nap's over, you wake up and you're all energized. That would be perfect right now. All I need is this chair and a Zoa.
I might do that. While you guys go to the pro shop, I might give the calf nap a try. All right, we're going to play For Real or Phony, which is basically Ryan's going to play some audio from today. It's going to be from Brian Gutekunst in his press conference, and we're going to hear some clips, and then we're going to react to them, and then we're going to use one of the clips to get into our side and limited poll question. But let's get to For Real or Phony.
Well, look who's talking now.
You talking to me? Well, who the hell else are you talking? You talking to me?
Now, are they speaking the truth
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
or feeding us crap?
You're a phony! Hey, everybody! This guy's a great big phony!
Time to decide if it's for real or phony.
Yeah, guys, we already know that Brian Gutekunst is pretty for real in what he believes. Now, do any of us agree with him? Rarely. But today, guys, I feel like we can get into pretty deep about whether he was being for real or phony with the reporters at the introductory press conference for Packers training camp. So, guys, the biggest storyline coming into camp was obviously what's going on with Elgton Jenkins, especially after Zach Tom got his big extension on Monday. The contract situation, everything outside of that. Elgton Jenkins currently on the non-football injury list with a back injury. So reporters obviously asking, hey, where's Elgton Jenkins to start training camp? What's the timeline for him to come back? This was Goody's first response.
He's working through a back thing, and again, hopefully he'll be out there soon as well. All these guys need as many reps as they can get. Obviously, Elgton probably less than most, but getting him out there will be important.
No mentions of a contract situation, as we all know that Elgton Jenkins currently staying away while he waits more guaranteed money while making the move to center this offseason. So there was a follow-up question from our intrepid reporter Jason Wilde asking when this contract situation would get resolved by the Packers. Here's what Goody had to say.
It's normal. It's just part of the National Football League. But Elton's always done right by us. I think we've always done right by him. And but we're excited to kind of see him move to this new position because we really do think he has an opportunity to really help our football team. And our football team needs as many reps with him out there as possible. But we got to get to this back thing first.
We need it, but we don't want to pay him.
Elton hasn't missed anything, mandatory for us. He's here. Again, he's working through a back thing. And, contractually, listen, there's all kinds of guys on our team and throughout the National Football League that would like different circumstances with that.
So, guys, does this sound for real or phony from Goody, talking about Elgton Jenkins' back injury and his contract situation? Jim, you first.
I think I can speak for all of us. This is phony, and I would say Tauscher, I think, said it best with Bulaga when he was talking with him earlier today on Wilding and Tausch, that the back issue Elgton Jenkins is going through is that there's not enough money in his back pocket, in his wallet.
That was a good line.
Yeah, and so that is the back issue that is currently going on with Elgton Jenkins.
But this is phony on multiple levels. It's phony from Elgton Jenkins too, right? But if you're him, you're not stepping foot on that practice field until you get your money.
Yeah, probably. And here's my problem: is he just said, all the players out here need to get as many reps as possible, maybe fewer from Elgton, insinuating he's a veteran. Then the very next clip Ryan plays, it's we need as many snaps as possible with Elgton on the field. Right. Which one is it?
Well,
it's obviously having Elgton on the field, but this back issue, some people say take some Tylenol, some people say ice it. I think a nice fat check would be the magic cure to this back issue.
Well, that's the whole thing, because I was listening to Bulaga and Wildy and Tausch too on my drive up today, and it impacts more than just the center position. It's such a key piece of your offensive line, obviously. Such a key piece in keeping Jordan Love upright and keeping him healthy and getting him better. This is where your entire offense starts. Why are you putzing around with it? That's what I don't get. Just do it. Just pay the guy his money.
He hasn't taken a ton of snaps from Elgton Jenkins, at all.
Exactly.
So you want to get those reps in. So, when he says Elgton maybe less than most, I'm sure Elgton is perfectly capable of snapping the ball, but there is definitely an X factor of rapport and chemistry that you build with your quarterback.
You can add to this, and I don't know the dynamics of the Packers, but remember that Jason Kelsey, we talked about this when he retired, that there was concern or questions about Jalen Hurts for the first time in his career was calling out everything. Before, Jason basically would handle all of the protection stuff and even help with calling out blitzers. So that was off Jalen Hurts' plate.
Right.
Chicago, they want to do that now with Drew Dahlman. Last year, they had it all on Caleb's plate, and it was a lot. They'd run out of play clock. He'd get overwhelmed. Like, it's just so much for him to watch. And ideally, teams, especially with younger QBs, you want to have the center doing that. Now, Jordan Love's obviously going into only his third year as a starter.
Thank you.
6th year in the league. So, like, you think he have the ability, but if you can lift play calling as far as the line protection and calling out blitzes off of Jordan Love's plate, which a good center can do, well, that's something that Elton Jenkins needs reps at as well.
Yep.
I think the more you can take off Jordan Love's plate, the better.
All right.
So long story short, phony.
You're a phony.
Long story short, indeed. Well, Goody's got a very long story about his expectations for the Packers this season. At the end of last season, after the playoff loss to the Eagles, he talked about a need for a sense of urgency within the young roster. He was asked about that again to start his press conference today. Here's what he had to say.
I know you guys made a lot about that comment. Really what that was about was, I think, we have a lot of young players that have played a lot of football and they're very experienced. But us old guys that have been in this league for a long time understand the opportunities that you have in this league are not, you don't have a lot of them. And so the understanding of that, I think, takes a little time. And that's where I think the urgency thing for me is you got to understand what's in front of us. We got a really good football team, a capability of being there. You got to take advantage of that.
Guys, I know we all made a big deal about Goody's urgency comments. Did you feel like his comments here were for real or phony? Matt, what do you say?
See, I do think that's for real. Last time we heard this urgency thing, it kind of left it up in the air. Like, was this urgency for the players? Was this urgency for you to get players to put them around Jordan Love? He definitely clarified that this was urgency is like, we've got a solid team right now. These windows don't open and stay open for very long. So we need to be urgent and have like a deliberate attempt at making this Super Bowl run this year. So like that I think is for real. That there is a sense of urgency, but the way he prefaced it saying it's on the players to feel like there's a sense of urgency because we do have a squad that is not going to remain under this salary cap for long. This is the year to do it.
I do agree with what you're saying, Matt, but I also find it annoying and phony when he says, "Oh, you guys made a big deal out of this." That is. Get out of here! You knew people were going to make a big deal out of it, as we should. You're saying that you want to win championships, so we're going to hold you accountable for saying that you want to have a sense of urgency for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
So that's phony when he says that.
Right.
I know you guys made a lot about that comment.
I agree it is phony. That's when we're going to get to our Siding Unlimited poll question. 844-770-3776. That was for real or phony. The Carbasaka text line list is more. Our Siding Unlimited poll question. Has Goody set the Packers' expectations at NFC Championship game or bust? This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I have a hook for the pop socket on my phone. I have a hook in our shower that I hook it on, and then I turn my show on. Is that weird?
Not a show you're doing. You are.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought you were watching on YouTube. This is a show we did yesterday.
But Molly's I just start my show, and I have to be no.
No, I don't want to watch you guys in the show.
Yeah, weird, Molly.
Or Molly, I just wanted to clear that up.
Right. Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and no interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Zimbrick Honda and ESPN Medicine present the Game Changers of the Month, recognizing those in area sports who make a positive impact in their community. Here's Pablo Iglesias with Zimbrick Honda's Game Changers of the Month.
Pablo Iglesias here. Welcome to the ESPN Madison Game Changers of the Month interview, and I'm joined by a special guest, Alec Ingold. With everything that you're doing here, you basically take over Madison for the whole week. You're doing football camps, but you're also doing things beyond that.
We're creating champions beyond the scoreboard. We got a fundraiser out in Tacoma, bringing the community together. We got a financial literacy camp. We call it Money Mini Camp. That's going to be fun over at La Follette. Plus a little football camp for the kids. Free youth football camp in the Madison area. So, yeah, we're doing it big. We're doing a lot of fun stuff here, and just love to give back to this community so much. Madison's given so much to me with the university and the community, so this is our way of giving back.
Follow ESPN Madison on YouTube and on Facebook for more with the Game Changers of the Month, presented by Zimbrick Honda.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. Grid Life is up next July 23rd through the 25th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
After a storm, even seemingly small damage can lead to major problems. If your roof or siding took a hit with this recent storm, your insurance may cover the damage, but the process is still a nightmare. Badgerland Exteriors makes it seamless. They'll guide you through every step and get your family's home back in tip-top shape just as fast as that storm ripped through.
Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
Greg Scalzo here for Buck & Honey's. This summer, soak up the sun and savor the flavor at Buck & Honey's. Their spacious patios are the ideal spot to enjoy award-winning dishes, craft cocktails, in an unbeatable atmosphere. Perfect for a casual lunch or a night out with friends. Plus, with fresh seasonal dishes and exceptional service, they're here to make every visit special. Visit their locations in Sun Prairie, Monona, Wanakee, or Mount Horeb. Celebrate summer the right way, on the patio with great company. I'll see you at Buck & Honey's.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Yeah. I used to be down. I used to be down and I have a friend.
Headphones! So I had to yell here at the Tundra Trio. Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown, Matt Hamilton, Primetime Orshine back in the Everlight Solar studio. We are up here because Packers training camp is starting today. We're on early because the Brewers play this afternoon, so we're taking you up to Brewers baseball to take on the Mariners, ending their 6-game road trip no matter what. Whether they win today or not, it's a successful road trip for the Milwaukee Brewers. Quinn Priester on the mound. And I had to yell headphones because Ryan noticed in the break I was the only one with my headphones on. He said, "Do Matt and Molly have their headphones on?" And I said, "No, they do not." So I just yelled, "Headphones!" And he said, "It's the same way you'd yell seatbelts." That's more of, I guess even Ryan falls into that generation. Now the car yells.
Yes.
Yeah. Like even I have a truck, which maybe not necessarily most known for like safety, but my Big Blue truck from Simon Chevy in Mount Horeb, you're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simon Chevy in Mount Horeb. Go see my friend Tyler and the whole crew out there, Aaron and everyone. Even the trucks have it now where if you have it indicated that if you have the back seat weight on, then it will ding.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing is...
that's so annoying. My wife's... I don't know how to turn off in my wife's car.
I think you can.
And I'll have, like, a heavy backpack there or something.
Yeah.
And,
it'll,
like,
strap
ding
it
at me.
in.
Yeah, I strap it in.
We were on...
seatbelt.
The first time I had that encounter with it, we had a rental car down in Nashville. and it was dinging like crazy, and we had put groceries in the back seat between the girls, and we joked we just buckled in our groceries.
Yep.
Because we're like, all right, whatever.
Safety first.
Yeah. So we want to get to we'll get back to our signing limit poll question, 844-770-3776. That's the Carbos Talking text line. This is more. Our signing limited poll question is, has Goody set the Packers' expectations at NFC Championship game or bust? We're asking that question because of this audio clip.
Yeah, I know you guys made a lot about that comment. And, really what that was about was, I think, we have a lot of young players that have played a lot of football and they're very experienced. But us old guys that have been in this league for a long time understand the opportunities that you have in this league are not, you don't have a lot of them. And so the understanding of that, I think, takes a little time. And that's where I think the urgency thing for me is you got to understand what's in front of us. We got a really good football team, a capability of being there. You got to take advantage of that. I know you guys made a lot about that comment.
So with that, and I believe it was Matt, were you sharing this information with me? One, I want to throw this out there. There was a poll question that was thrown out by Clay Harbor, who works for the NFL Network, and he asked, and it was part of like a bigger story, and they asked a poll question of just a bunch of fans out there, and they asked, what are the most overrated team, or what's the most overrated team in the NFL? The Packers won that. They doubled up everyone else. 34% of people, almost 5,000 votes overall, 34% of those 5,000 votes were Packers, followed by the Texans, Commanders, Vikings, and Chiefs.
So some important context in that as well. That was from
poll was taken in Chicago.
Sorry.
Yes, exactly.
I thought it was I thought it was from the Athletic. I thought it was from Clay Harbor because you tagged it.
So Clay Harbor was the one. Clay Harbor was the one who put out the power ranking results, which had the Packers at number 5 in the Athletics power rankings heading into training camp, which is kind of crazy. So they also had a poll about that too, asking which team was the most overrated in those power rankings. So the majority of people saying the Packers at 5, because I think even Packers fans would be like, yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Well, the Athletic is not a Chicago publication, so it's not a Chicago poll. Just
okay.
So
felt like it.
No.
You're a Chicago fan.
So now we got the more context on it. But that gets to the idea that I said this earlier in the show, that I think I would not be shocked if any of the teams in the NFC North won the division, nor would I be shocked if any of the teams in the NFC North finished last in the division.
I'd be willing to bet that's a true statement. That's going to happen. There is going to be a team in the North that's going to lose the division.
All right.
That was stupid.
But, I mean,
take that for data.
I get what you're saying, but it was just
Will you be shocked if the Packers finished dead last?
Yes.
Would you be shocked? What are you more shocked about, if they won the division or finished dead last?
Dead last.
Is that because you're a fan?
Yes.
Maybe.
I mean, how
no,
much do you think
honestly,
that,
it might be, but I genuinely would be shocked and,
like you think
actually disappointed.
Do you think that the Bears are just a shoe-in to be last, or like what do you?
I just think that Packers are a shoe-in for like the top 2 in the division. To be honest,
a shoe-in for the top 2.
But we were just talking about the Vikings having the best roster.
I have no faith in JJ McCarthy.
Okay, but what about all the guys around him that we were just talking about yesterday, the day before?
Okay,
we said, look at his coaches, look at the defense, look at everybody else on offense. Because I'm with you on J.J. McCarthy. We don't know who he is. We know him from Michigan. That's completely different than the NFL. But
and he didn't
everybody,
play a lot at Michigan
no, exactly. But everybody else around him, I got a lot of faith.
Everyone else around him's got to get the ball through him. Like he is the most important part of that offense.
But remember, we said the other day, if you're grading him A, B, C, D, or F, which one does he have to be in order for them to
C to be decent?
Which isn't hard.
Okay, let's ask this question on that.
I mean, coming from me.
I'll ask both of you, and you can chime in. 844-770-3776. Carbos Talk text line list is more. Following up on that, I'm going to ask both of you. All right, to win the division, J.J. McCarthy needs to be what? C?
No, to win the division, he probably needs to be a B.
I would
go
agree
C
with
plus
that.
B minus.
It's just a hard schedule for everybody in the division.
I know, but he's got great coaching.
They could get 10 wins with him being a C, right?
No.
You don't think so?
Oh, yeah.
You do think so?
I think the winner of this division is going to have
What do you think
13
Sam
wins.
Darnold was last year?
Sam Darnold played like an A.
That was his best season of his career.
Played like an A for Sam Darnold. Like, I think J.J. McCarthy.
Well, I know he took care of the ball.
What do you consider a C? Like, if J.J. McCarthy goes out and throws for 3,600 yards and 28 touchdowns and 11 interceptions and completes 60.
That's a B.
Isn't that literally Jordan Love's stats from
That's
last
not
year?
a B. That's like a B minus. With this roster, like that's actually underperforming. That's my point. He does not have to do a lot with this roster to be like. So I think it's like a B-, and they're in the hunt for the division.
Yeah, I'll give you a B-.
All right,
but if it's a C, I don't think they're
okay. B-.
Yeah.
It'd be B-. Let's go with Jared Goff.
Jared Goff with the new system probably needs to be a B as well to win the division.
I think he needs to be slightly better than JJ.
So B
just
and
because
B-.
I don't think because his roster isn't as
B-
good.
puts him in the hunt. Same with JJ.
Okay. Caleb Williams.
He probably needs to be a B+ or an A-. Like,
Whoa. He now took the Lions play callers. They're loaded with weapons. Like that roster, the only question on that roster is Caleb Williams. So he's close to J.J. McCarthy. I'd say probably a B because I guess I'm not saying like to live up to expectations. I'm talking to win football games. The Bears have, over the last 2 years, have lost the most amount of one-score games. Like they had bad coaching. Caleb Williams just has to go from, I would say last year he was a D, and they won 5 games. So if he goes to a B, they are now in the hunt for 10, 11 games.
I thought that's what we were talking about.
But I'm saying a B. You said B+.
I think he has to be pretty dang good.
My point is, like, he's not the dry. Like, Jared Goff is the thing that makes the Lions go, but they have a ton of weapons around him. J.J. McCarthy does not need to be the star of that show. Caleb Williams does not need to be the star of the Bears for the win.
I don't know. I think he does because they don't really have a running game to take care of him.
But they have elite pass catchers.
I think there's also.
But then
I think
it has to go through him. He has to be good to get them the ball.
I think we also put that much more pressure on him because he was such a high
See,
draft
that's
pick.
what I think Matt's applying.
Because that's where my mind goes too, where I think you have to live up to the expectations of where you got drafted.
Everyone else has a running game.
I think JJ and Caleb have the same amount of how good they have to be for their team to be contention. I think the guy with the most amount that has to carry, which is interesting to me because I don't think he's capable of it, is Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love, for the Packers to be winning the division, has to be like an A-.
That's interesting because I thought where you were going with this exercise was basically showing the parity within the NFC North that like they're all within a B- to B+ range. Like because that's honestly where my mind is.
The Packers, I think the Packers have the worst roster outside of quarterback.
But they still have a fine enough roster.
I think, but
could it be better? 100%.
There's no if you want to go about proven, there's no proven pass catchers on the Packers. They have a run game, which doesn't gel specifically well with Jordan Love and the play action that Matt LaFleur wants to run because Josh Jacobs is most effective out of the shotgun. They don't have a home run hitting run game as well. They have a ground and pound run game.
But in terms of pass catchers, is that just the youth of it too? If Tucker Kraft performed the way that he did last year for, let's say, the last 2 seasons, we'd feel better about
right. But
their
my point is that
core.
Jordan Love is the one that he has to do the most because the least is proven around him. Like Chicago and Minnesota and Detroit have far more proven players around their quarterback.
I'll agree with that.
Wouldn't you also say coaching staff plays a role in that too? Because obviously Chicago's coaching staff with Ben Johnson, he's a proven offensive coordinator with the Lions, but he hasn't been proven as a head coach yet. Matt LaFleur, at the very least, we know what his floor is as a head coach, and that's at least 9 wins every year.
And then I think the same thing with the Lions, right? Like them losing Ben Johnson. We've talked about how big of a gap that could leave for them.
Well, that's why I bumped up Jared Goff. I just think, I guess you could put Jared Goff and Jordan Love in the B+ range. I think J.J. McCarthy and Caleb Williams are more B- for their teams to be successful.
I would say Caleb Williams a B. So in my mind, the NFC North quarterbacks are essentially living between B- and B+.
To be in the hunt for
to the division.
NFC North champs.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I get where your head's at, Jim. I don't think I can agree with that with the uncertainty at your run game, and that's where Caleb Williams gets a break. That's where these quarterbacks can
So you think Caleb has to do the most for the team to be good this year?
Well, okay, let's say your running backs are below
nobody has that
average.
take, so I'm interested in this take.
Well, I'm just saying if your running backs are below average, they're getting 3.5 yards a carry.
You are over. DeAndre Swift is not that. He's just not Josh Jacobs. That's their running game is not horrendous.
Wasn't
the
Swift's
NFC
average last year 3.5 yards a carry?
No. It was high, a little bit higher, but he also had big plays too. They also had no offensive line. Years before that, he's closer to 5. They had no offensive line and 3 offensive coordinators in 1 year.
Okay, so they have a new offensive line, but still unproven.
No, all those guys are proven players.
It's a new team and a new system.
So Banks won't be good with the Packers?
He's got to prove it.
Okay.
Hobbs does too.
Okay.
I'm with you. There's question marks on the Packers, and I agree that at most position groups,
They
the
traded
Packers
for
do not have the best in the division.
They brought in a 3-time All-Pro, 4-time Pro Bowl, or 2-time Super Bowl champion in Joe Thuney. He can't be counted on as a guy.
Okay, you can count on him.
Okay, all right.
But that's 1 of 5.
Okay.
And again, I just don't know why you're like fighting me so much on the running back situation. Like that takes a lot of pressure off a quarterback,
right, but
and
it
sets
like
up
you're setting
a
their running
whole
back,
group of
you're setting their
passes
running
called
backs
play
up,
action.
But you're setting the running backs up like that is a weakness on the team, but it's not like to me the running backs are similar to the Packers wide receivers.
Okay, but if
Yeah,
your
but I think
running game
Matt
is
is
weak, what needs to be good to make up for it?
Right.
Your passing game.
But
and that's
to
why I
Molly's
think
point,
there's more on
but to
Caleb.
Molly's point, that's where Ben Johnson comes in. Short pass, like you can develop.
But
Caleb
it-
Williams
but
capable
it-
of passing. It's not. He was not capable of having consistent offenses. Like it's not going to be on him. Jared Goff. Do we think, like Jared Goff, that offense and Jordan Love? We talk about it. The offense is set up where just make the easy throws. So I think.
But
Caleb,
also Jared Goff, we've talked about
Yeah.
this, talking about how good their roster is. He
Yeah.
has Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery. Like, he has those two guys
Yeah.
that if the passing game ain't working that game or
Yeah.
whatever it may be, or if he's
Yeah.
off or whatever,
Yeah.
or not as good as he was last year because he
Yeah.
doesn't have Ben Johnson anymore, he can rely on having those really good running backs.
I get what you're
You know?
saying. I'm just saying that Jordan Love has to do the most to get this team to win the division.
See, I think to win the division, I think Caleb's got to do the most.
I think that's wish casting. I think the Bears. I'm expecting Caleb to make a big jump.
It might be.
I think there's also something to be said about the expectations too. Like, I don't think, in my mind, I don't have the same expectations for Caleb Williams as I do Jordan Love. Jordan Love's expectations are up here. Caleb Williams are here because
Like
to
NFC
me,
Championship
this is
game?
we talk about years as a starter, right? With Jordan Love, this almost feels to me, and I don't know how you feel as a Bears fan, but like. This almost feels like a second chance at a rookie season for Caleb Williams, just considering all the stories that came out about how trash all the coaches and just the entire staff was for Caleb and how they really inhibited his growth. Like, to me, I'm giving him another opportunity to be like, show me who you really are. And even after this
He
year.
gets 2 more years. He
still
his
gets
third year.
He gets this next year, and he gets
make a
next
jump. He has to
next
make a jump.
For sure, he should be better. I'm hopeful that he's better, but
I'm curious what they. I'll ask this. Think about it now. I'll ask it. You can throw it at 844-770-3776. Carl was talking text line. List is more. I want to ask this. What are your statistical expectations for Jordan Love? Caleb Williams was asked about his, and Ben Johnson was asked about what he expects out of Caleb Williams this year, and he's expecting A out of Caleb Williams. I want to know what you as Packer fans expect out of Jordan Love, and maybe someone will ask Jordan Love, what do you expect out of yourself this year? Maybe some statistical benchmarks. Because the statistical benchmarks being asked for out of Caleb Williams from Ben Johnson are something that Jordan Love's never hit. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Oh, wait.
You're
I'm
listening
sorry.
to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
So then they have to text the person, and she goes, "Yeah, I know." Like she makes them like with ginger specifically. I'm like, that must be what it is. It's ginger.
Gotta be ginger.
It's ginger. Because I'm like,
Hold that Benadryl. I'm fine.
those were just ginger cloves. Those weren't nuts.
Yeah,
Those-
ginger clove. That's a thing.
Yes,
That's
obvious.
real.
Clearly, obviously.
It's not. No such thing as a clove of ginger.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
She was sweet until she met jalapenos. Introducing Pizza Hut's new Spicy Hawaiian Lovers Pizza, part of the $12.99 Hut Lovers line from Pizza Hut. Get one of their 4 large topping-packed pizzas. Meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, veggie lovers, and the new Spicy Hawaiian. Just $12.99 each for a limited time only. Head to one of their locations or order online on the Pizza Hut app before it's gone. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. Additional charge for extra toppings, pan, stuffed crust, and extra cheese.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly. I've been drinking ZOA Energy for a while now, and I absolutely love it. ZOA is my go-to beverage when I need a boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks. It's packed with natural ingredients like vitamin B and C, electrolytes, and has 0 sugar. It fuels my workouts and busy days. I recently had twins, and I have a toddler, so I need all of the energy I can get. Head over to ZOAEnergy.com to find the location nearest to you to pick up some ZOA for yourself. ZOA Energy for balance and drive.
When it comes to your health, do you want to buy something online or do you want to meet with someone local? a local doctor with a family-owned business that cares about you. That's right. You want to meet with Nestor Rodriguez and Ashley Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. You have questions about cryotherapy, red light therapy, hormone replacement treatments, GLP-1s, or you just want to have a great workout. Carbon World Health is there for you. They have a new location in Sun Prairie, and they have their original location in Madison. So when it comes to your health, there's nowhere better to go than Carbon World Health in Madison and now in Sun Prairie.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com, because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Matt and Molly continues live from the Tundra Trio Primetime Or Shine back at the Everlight Solar Studio. Matt and Molly have left because we're going to play Minute to Win It in a second. I do want to first tell you about our good friends at North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. 3 great locations in the Madison area. They got one in Verona, one in DeForest, one in Madison. No matter which one you're going to go to, you're going to have a great family-friendly experience. You're going to have amazing barbecue, and you can have that carried out. You can have it delivered. You can have it catered. So all great options with our good friends at North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. Ryan, I'd like to point out I seem less crazy now that I see a story here, my whole thing about Peralta for Suarez. The San Diego Padres are a surprise team that the Cubs are contacting, trying to get Dylan Cease. The Padres are in the mix, obviously, as a playoff caliber team, but they want to trade from a position of strength. Now, Cease is coming up at free agency at the end of this year, but to then fill in other needs of their roster.
Yeah, you have the surplus. You try to use that to gain the things you're lacking, your deficiencies. That's typically how good trades work for both teams.
Yes. All right. So let's get to what's our Minute to Win It category.
So today's category, speaking of baseball, actually, the Brewers no longer sit alone for the best record in baseball. They're now tied with the Cubs again. So we get that Brewers-Cubs series starting next week on Monday. You'll be out there for the game. You won't be on the show that day, but you'll be at the game. So I want to know, do you think Matt and Molly could name the 10 best records in the MLB as of today?
Oh, that's good. They should be able to. So
it shouldn't be too hard because these are name brand teams.
7.5 then?
Ooh, okay, but it is Matt and Molly and it is baseball. So I don't know,
but
7.5.
They were kind of cocky last time. So
they were cocky. Yeah. They were cocky. All right.
They're coming back in. All right, they're going to come back in here. So you take the callers and they'll get set up.
All right, we'll do caller number 1, caller number 2 for Minute to Win.
Very quickly. Caller number 1, caller number 2, 844-770-3776. You're going to at least get a $50 gift card to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. Might even be a $25 gift card to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. 844-770-3776. We'll get Minute to Win It set up here in a second. Molly Brown, Matt Hamilton setting themselves up here. I did throw out that the Padres are doing their best to make me look like less of an insane person. Dylan Cease, a pitcher for the Padres. He's coming up on free agency at the end of the year, so a little different than Freddie Peralta. But they're interested. They've been talking to the Cubs about trading for Dylan Cease. But it's an idea of the Padres could then fill in other needs on their team and trade from a position of strength. What do you know? Like, it's not the craziest idea to be done there, that a team might say, hey, we're going to trade from a position of strength to backfill our other needs.
How much would you love for this whole Peralta, Eugenio thing to actually go through, and then you just look like a genius?
Yes, on 2 levels. I would love Peralta to be traded just for the LOLs on it, the lulls, because
you will be eventually.
That will be because honestly, all the comments on there were saying we don't want another Josh Hader thing, so it would be hilarious to me. if they did actually do a Josh Hader thing, because my idea of trading Peralta for Suarez is not a Josh Hader thing, because adding a guy like Suarez, you're adding an all-star third baseman. You are adding a guy with a power bat that you desperately need. So you're trading from a position of strength. And normally you wouldn't trade a guy like Peralta for Suarez, but like the Brewers are trading Peralta in the offseason. Like if I'm betting on that,
right.
like we've talked about,
they're not going to pay him.
They're not going to pay him.
Yeah.
They don't want to be in the same position next year that if they're winning and then they have to trade him at the deadline, that's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm betting dollars to donuts, I'm betting that Freddie Peralta's traded in the offseason. So realistically, he is a rental player. All right, let's get to minute to win it.
Will they beat the odds
I say everything with pure confidence, whether I think I'm totally right or not.
or crumble under pressure?
I legitimately know one of these. I legitimately have one.
This is the Minute to Win It, presented by North and South Seafood and Smokehouse, with 3 locations in Madison, DeForest, and Verona.
Hop off, Matt.
Molly legitimately knows one, guys. I think she legitimately.
Legitimately.
And I think
God, she's so annoying.
Molly legitimately knows one baseball team, the Milwaukee Brewers.
Okay,
because
rude.
they had the best record in baseball up until last night when they lost to the Mariners out in Seattle. So, guys, today's category in Minute to Win It is the 10 best records in the MLB as of today. Your timer starts now.
Brewers.
The Milwaukee Brewers are one.
Yankees.
The Yankees are also on there.
Cubs.
The Cubs are number 1, tied with the Brewers currently.
Padres.
The Padres are currently number 10. Well done, Matt Hamilton.
Tigers.
The Tigers are... Wait, didn't you say the Tigers?
No.
Oh, you said the
She
Yankees.
Said the Brewers, and I said the Yankees. And then
That's
she
right.
said the Cubs.
Add 10 seconds to our time. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Toronto.
Toronto? The Toronto Blue Jays currently have the 5th best record in the MLB. Well done, Matt Hamilton.
What
Were you
did
guys
say?
studying this?
Philly.
Oh, Philly.
No, we're not studying this.
I thought you guys were going to kiss.
With Jim in the middle. Yes or no? We said the Phillies.
Ryan.
I think we lost.
Matt.
She said the Phillies.
The Phillies are on the list,
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Let's go Astros. Houston Astros.
The Astros on the list as well.
Dodgers.
The Dodgers on the list as well.
Mets.
Sorry. The Minute to Win It timer was broken today, but that was the Minute to Win It timer.
Well, I get the
Go on.
last one there, right? Throw it in.
You're already over. You're good.
You're already way over. Yeah, you
Wait,
got the Mets. Well done.
Okay.
And we got the Mets.
Yeah.
Okay, this is so funny because every week me and Matt try to guess what the
Are you
category is going to be.
serious?
Just to be
they
fun.
always do. Yeah.
But
we
I didn't
always
bring my
try to
phone
guess.
out. I left my phone in here.
No, and this is the one time that we actually guessed the list right, but we didn't do any research.
Yeah, we were both out there. We actually, the research we did, we saw the house across the street was for sale.
And we looked it up
the
like
price on
Zillow.
it on Zillow.
Well, what's the price?
$749.9
Molly guessed
If that wasn't in Green Bay,
with a view of Lambeau.
That sounds like
Insane.
my nightmare home, but otherwise.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
It is 1,400 square feet. In case
Did
you're
we
wondering.
get all 10?
Yeah, that was a clean sweep.
Sheesh! That is our best showing. And it's baseball?
Yeah.
We are baseball people.
I don't know how you guys even named 10 baseball teams. I'm serious.
Thank God for
but
Matt.
Brian, and I said it at 7.5. I should have gone higher. Matt only reads standings and box scores, so
I
that's
guess.
Yeah, this is so in my wheelhouse.
Do you wait? So every morning, like you wake up, like you just, I want to know where
Once
the Blue
to
Jays
twice
are.
a week,
Like you
I
read the
look
paper.
at the divisional standings and like on ESPN, there's like an overall thing, so you can see like literally how it lines up. I don't have to look and compare National League and American League. You can just hit overall.
But if you've been following the Brewers at all, you would then be able to probably pop off a ton of them because
because we're all looking near the top of the
they're like,
table.
the Brewers passed so and so for best record. So like, yeah,
Molly. Next week it's gonna be like top 10 like designated hitters in the league. Get zero because Ryan's
Honestly,
like, I'm gonna get you guys.
The one that I was gonna go with was to give me the last 10 quarterbacks who started the game for the Packers.
We've done that list in the
That would've
past.
been hard.
Yeah,
We've
I
done
don't
that
think
list
they
in
would
the
do well
past,
with it
yeah.
though. Yeah.
No, what would you set the line at? 5?
I was going to say I could probably get 5.
5.5.
Yeah.
There's some crazy ones. I think Vince Young's on that list.
Seneca Wallace.
Yeah.
Scott Tolzien might be on that list.
Oh, he definitely is.
Wow.
No, no, because there's Malik Willis in there too. Forgot about him.
Yeah. Yeah, we could probably have some.
Would have been a good list. Well, what do you know?
I think
I don't know if
Boyle
he started. I like this list, too. This is kind of fun.
Yeah. All right, this is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Bringing summer gatherings to the next level is just another thing we do at Celebrations Entertainment. Hi, it's Jeffrey. With rental items like sound equipment, photo booths, and even yard games, you can make your event the party that everyone talks about. Any event like graduation parties, block parties, or even a backyard barbecue can be elevated with fun, interactive items to make everyone ask, hey, how'd you pull this off? Just tell them celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
This is Wisconsin Volleyball National Champion Devin Robinson. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center Update brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's premier roofing, siding, and window contractor since 2002. Visit them over at ridgetopexteriors.com. Well, Green Bay Packers training camp starting up there at Lambeau Field earlier today, and Brian Gutekunst met with the assembled media. One of the first questions he was asked about was the contract situation and the injury status of one Elton Jenkins, who's currently on the non-football injury list with a back issue, also currently sitting out any reps on field while waiting a new contract as he makes his transition to center this offseason. Here's what Brian Gutekunst had to say about the situation.
Well, I mean, Elton hasn't missed anything, mandatory for us. He's here. Again, he's working through a back thing. And, contractually, I mean, listen, there's all kinds of guys on our team and throughout the National Football League that would like different circumstances with that. That's normal. It's just part of the National Football League. But, Elton's always done right by us. I think we've always done right by him. Always done right. But we're excited to kind of see him move to this new position because we really do think he has an opportunity to really help our football team.
Head over to ESPN.com and stay tuned for the second half of Jim, Matt, and Molly as we lead you up to Brewers baseball from 1 to 2 p.m. right here at 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's gonna swing on Jim. Okay, he's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
Why is it tight in here? It's not tight. I'm not tight. I thought it was interesting. Nothing's changing with that football field. You got to go do it out there. I just want our guys to understand. I told them yesterday, I'm like, hey, we got all these sexy facilities, but understand there's nothing sexy about the process. I mean, it takes a lot of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, pain to get to where you want to go, and hopefully at the end of it, there's a payoff.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison, alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is hour number 2 of Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Mountains Blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power. We are at the Tundra Trio in Green Bay for the opening of the Packers training camp. You can see Lambeau Field in the background on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Matt Hamilton, Molly Brown. With me, Primetime Wollersheim, back at the Everlight Solar Studio. You can get into the show, 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. You can answer our Siding Unlimited poll question here because we wanted to know, Goody, has he set the expectations with his talk this offseason of NFC Championship game or bust? Right now, 71% of you say yes, that is the expectation for the Green Bay Packers. We are on at noon right now because the Brewers play baseball this afternoon, so we're taking you up to Brewers baseball here on the home of Brewers baseball in Madison, ESPN Madison. And I was just looking up. The lineup for today is a classic getaway lineup, as there's Tyler Black playing first base. When I brought that up to Ryan, he said that he's not a first baseman. I said he is today, apparently. They also have Siegler in at third base, and Matt and I were talking about why was Yelich in the outfield yesterday, because Siegler played DH. So they're really thin on outfield bodies with Sal Frelick. Injured, he should be coming back here soon, though. So it's definitely a getaway day lineup for the Brewers because, as I talked about, whether they win 4 or 5 games on this West Coast road trip, it is a successful road trip, and getting your starters and getting some guys some time off on a travel day is important.
Trio playing?
Yes. I mean, there's only so many guys you can sit. I
Jackson
believe he's
on a 16-game hit streak right now?
Yep.
Sheesh. Look at you with those stats.
And then Andrew Vaughn is on a 2-game hitless streak. He's 0 for his last 8.
Let's not talk about that.
He's actually 3 for his last like 13.
It was a great 3 games for him.
Yeah. It was a
Brutal.
good start.
3 for his last 17.
Take that for data.
He'll come back around. Just a little
He did.
slump.
He did
No, that
come
was
back
his,
around.
That was his comeback around.
We saw the norm, and he's just a little slump right now.
Yeah. Well, everyone plays the back of the baseball card unless you don't like the back of the baseball card.
I don't like the back of that baseball.
Nobody likes the back of that baseball
card.
We've been talking a lot of Packers today, and before I teased it a while ago because I'm going to reset it here. So we were talking about expectations, what's needed out of a quarterback this year to win the NFC North. I think Caleb Williams and J.J. McCarthy, because I believe Ben Johnson, as a head coach, game management sort of things like that could be up in the air, but I think they're going to have a very competent offense because even when the Bears had Matt Nagy, the first year he was there, they had set a lot of Bears records. They won the division. So, setting up a competent offense for Caleb Williams, I think, is a given. I'm not really worried about that. So, to me, he's in a situation similar to Love and with J.J. McCarthy as far as having great coaching. They've built up the offensive line with proven players, Pro Bowler guys that they've added, and then they've also added weapons there. So I don't think Caleb needs to be a MVP candidate for the Bears to win the division. I think he's fringe Pro Bowl type level. A Jordan Love type season out of Caleb Williams will get the Bears in contention for the division title. I think the Packers need the most out of Jordan Love. I think he's the quarterback that has to do the most for his team to win the division based on the rest of the talent around him being unproven. This is also the team that did the least in the offseason. But I teased before the break that Ben Johnson, yesterday the Bears opened up their press conference opened up their season with some press conferences, and he said he wanted to see 70% completion percentage out of Caleb Williams this year. I think only 4 quarterbacks did that last year. And 4,000 yards passing was the number that Caleb wanted out of himself. I think only 6 quarterbacks threw for 4,000 yards last year. The one guy that comes to mind, I think there was a couple other. I think Baker Mayfield completed over 70% of his passes and for 4,000 yards. So did Geno Smith and Joe Burrow. Yeah. I think those are the 3 that crossed over both. I might be missing. So I'm not going to ask you what you think Caleb Williams is going to do because Packer fans don't care. If Jordan Love was asked that question, how would you want him to answer it?
Well, how would I want him, or how is he actually going to?
Well, he won't answer it. And I don't even know if he'll be asked it here. It's different in Chicago when there are benchmarks that nobody's hit in Chicago. Both those numbers.
Well, I feel like we did. He was actually asked it a few months ago, and then we kind of ripped him to shreds for it because of the way that he answered by saying, "Oh, well, we did end up winning more games this last season." It's like, no, you didn't.
Right,
you didn't win more games. So in a sense, he's already answered this question.
That's true. It is factual.
This is the conversation that we were having around it, though, right? And I mean, if you want to listen to somebody who's less not biased about it at all, Jason Wilde agreed with us and said the exact same thing.
I know, but I also say we won more games last year. I was on the team as well. So I get when he says we, he's saying the all-encompassing Packers.
I'm not saying
me.
I know, but Jordan Love. But we still need to be factual on it. Jordan Love was not the starting quarterback. The NFL would not give him credits for the win. He won as many games last year as he did the year before. The Packers did, and I get why he's saying that, but he still was factually wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
But how I would want.
No, not guess. Fact. There's no ambiguity about it. The NFL listed him as winning 9 games last year.
If you're a me guy, then yeah, you're going to take that. If you're it doesn't matter what I do. All that matters is what the team does.
But he was asked about him and me.
So
that's just him being humble, trying to say, "Hey, it's not about me; it's about we."
He's
a nice teammate, right?
Yes.
I think that's what it comes down to. Yes, he is a nice teammate. When I talk about our show, I say we because we are a team together. Okay, fully.
Until Jim has a take that goes viral.
Yeah, then I'm like, no, Jim, that was
that was on him.
Rip Jim apart, please, not me.
Yeah.
But no, if this question was presented to Jordan Love, how would I want him to answer? Is I would want him to say, I want to increase. I don't know if I
Give
actually
me numbers
want.
I just want because we did it with.
Okay,
Caleb,
so he had what, a 63% completion percentage last year, around there.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say 70%. I like that number.
I think
which
those
is a high
numbers
number.
Yeah.
70% completion rate and half the amount of interceptions. That'd be a great answer.
I think the Caleb answer works. 70% and 4,000 yards from Jordan Love would be
But the
pretty
interceptions were also a huge
True.
thing last year, though.
Great. Yep, true. Yeah, Caleb Williams had less overall turnovers than Jordan Love had interceptions.
Which Jordan Love turned it around at the end of the year. But, I mean, for how many games we're like, oh, that's the fifth straight game that he threw an interception. Oh, he threw 3 interceptions this game or whatever it was. Like, I can't remember the exact numbers. But so I would hope that would get cut in half at least.
The yards thing.
Philadelphia had brutal interceptions, though.
Yes, he makes poor decisions. Like we've talked about it. He's literally Aaron Rodgers and then he's Brett Favre. And he somehow combines the two, and it's just crazy.
And it's lesser of the two component parts.
Yes, exactly.
Apparently Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre talent mixed together does not mesh well. I honestly don't care as much about the yards. The interceptions I would like to lower. So what, he had 11 last year? Let's say 6. And then the number for me that I would love to see Jordan Love hit is his completion percentage. Because I think it would go into Matt LaFleur's comment, like, let it rip, throw it to your first option if he's there. Like, don't be the big game hunter that you want to be all the time. Like, I still want him to do that. So that's why I'm going to say a little lower than 70. I'm going to say 68. Now, and again, I'm basically accounting for, like, a couple times throughout the game. I want you to go big. Go for it. Those big plays are awesome. That is fine. You can't rely on it. I want you to bank on your check down. I want you to bank on your first look. If they're open, let it rip. But take some chances from time to time. So I'm going to say 68. Again, I don't really care about yards. I'd be happy with like 3,600 or more because it means you're competitive. I do think the run game's going to chunk up a lot of these yards where he's not going to have like – it's not going to be like Joe Burrow last year where he's just throwing –
But I think we've done the math. Like 4,000 is like 240 a game.
Yeah, but the thing is, Jordan Love is like a 200 to 240 guy. That's just where he's at. And I'm like I said, I'm totally cool with that. Results are the most important. I'd like you to tighten up on your accuracy and minimize the turnovers. Mm-hmm. So all I'm looking at is 68% and less than 6 picks are the two numbers that I would like him to say.
I don't know why 70's the number he needs to be. If he wants to be
4 guys in the NFL last year.
But if he wants to be elite, 70's.
But he's also where
I think 68 gets him to that B. That's good enough to be a NFC champion, NFC North champion contender.
All right,
Goff actually was over 70 and 4,000 yards too.
Okay, top paid quarterbacks. Where does he land on that list?
I think he's like 7th.
He's 7th highest paid?
I think he is now.
I believe he's 3rd on the list.
No.
Because there's Joe Burrow.
There's Dak.
Dak, yes.
He was one. I think 1 or 2 people pushed him down.
Yes.
He was one. Is he still just like 3
I'm just thinking if you're saying.
He's below Brock Purdy.
If you're saying there was only.
I'm sorry, Brock Purdy and Jared Goff are below him.
All right.
He's currently tied for 3rd. Dak Prescott, Joe Burrow, both ahead of him. He's tied with Trevor Lawrence, $55 million per year.
So in my mind, to make this easier, if you're a top 3 paid, you should play like a top 3 quarterback. Which you're saying that there's only 4 guys in the NFL as a quarterback that are hitting 70% completion.
Do you also expect Trevor Lawrence to be a top 4 then?
Nobody's giving Trevor Lawrence a pass anymore.
It's when the
Trevor Lawrence should be better than what he is.
Trevor Lawrence gets killed.
For
Just
sure.
like Jordan Love.
Yes.
They should
but
both
what I'm
be better
saying
than
is
what they are.
Contracts, like if Pat Mahomes had a contract today, it would be higher than everyone else's. Like contracts
for sure, and he's earned
last
it. But like
years, so like
Dak
the whole how much you get paid is not like it's not.
But there is something to it.
But it
there
does
is something
set the
to
expectations
it, though.
and the pressure that's
your
on you.
expectations
For me,
change a lot.
I would love to see a top 10 quarterback, and I think if he throws 68%, you're going to see top 10 quarterback play out.
Top 10 would be good because that would be an improvement versus last year. Mm-hmm. However, he should be in the top 5.
But you're hedging a lot too, because the 68% with less than 4,000 yards passing means he's like a dink and dunk guy.
Think about this, Molly. Top 5 quarterbacks. Name 5 quarterbacks that are the best 5 in the league.
Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. He just got paid a boatload.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's good.
So Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, both tied with Jordan Love right now at $55 million per year.
And those guys are better than Jordan Love.
That's what I'm saying. And you're expecting him to get in the top 5 for it. Like, he got the contract 2 years ago, or a season ago now, when it was his time to get paid. That was the market rate.
Yes, that's the
but
going
Brock's
rate.
saying it's not apples to apples.
Brock Purdy got paid less. He's done more.
Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant, and that's going to haunt him. That haunted him because of it.
But you just said it's the market rate. He took below the market rate. Like, the 49ers got him in below the market rate.
And actually increased because
Jared
me and you both know if he was a first-round pick and did what he did, he would have been the highest-paid quarterback in the NFL.
Like Jared Goff, who ended up not being the highest, but he ended up getting paid less. He renegotiated right around the time Love did as well.
It was like they were only a couple days apart. Like the outliers.
Okay.
The outliers.
Maybe Goff did that so he could have the expectation of just being a top 10 guy then.
All right, but the outlier is Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott got way overpaid,
Yes.
and and we talk about it all the time, he's mid. If anything, he's below mid.
Well, and actually, Dak is Dak, you look statistically at Dak when he's healthy.
Regular season, yeah.
In the regular season, he is way more
He's
than
an
mid.
MVP candidate for the first half.
But
every
he
time.
also gets the screws tightened on him because he gets paid so much. If Dak was getting paid $10 million less, people would care less. And obviously the Cowboys. If Jordan Love, and this is just how life works in the NFL, because Trevor Lawrence is facing it down in Jacksonville too, but he's not the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love has to carry the expectations of his check and the team he plays for. Just like it's hard to be the quarterback for the Bears because you have the baggage of bad play, plus you're in a major market, and everyone's going to have an opinion on you regardless. The Packers not a major market, but they are obviously a storied franchise, a pillar franchise that they're going to carry that weight, especially with the quarterback. So, like, certain players, along with their dollars, just like Caleb Williams has the expectations that he better be really dang close to Jaden Daniels this year and the clear-cut number 2 or close to the number 1 quarterback, or he's going to take crap no matter what he does because of those expectations. Like, that's just how it goes. But if the way Jordan Love is paid, 68% is not elite, less than 4,000 yards is not elite. He doesn't throw for elite amount of touchdowns, and so like he's got to be elite at something. Because also it's interesting, the interceptions, it's more the types that he throws. Because it's funny that like in Chicago they're like, Caleb needs to throw more interceptions because he takes too many sacks, and I'd rather have. And Ben Johnson would say I'd rather have an interception, the right interception, than a sack. So Jordan Love's interceptions are fine if his completion percentage was higher or his touchdowns were more. But to me, it's more the types of interceptions Jordan Love throws. Where in Philadelphia, some of them was like he was baited into them as a guy who's now played 2 full seasons and into the playoffs, or he's just completely misreading things. Like those are the interceptions that are killer. His interception, like let's say he threw the ball down the field to Christian Watson in that Bear game, and that was picked off on basically kind of a Hail Mary type play. That's more of like, all right, you try to let your receiver make a play. That's kind of dumb, but
it's essentially a punt.
Right, but that's more of a physical error of like you thought your arm could do more than it could, or you just tried to be a playmaker. Mm-hmm. It's the dumb interceptions where he just doesn't see someone or is completely fooled. Those are the ones that got to go away.
Yeah. So, Molly, back to this pay scale versus how good a quarterback is compared to the rest of the league. If Jordan Love was statistically a top, like number 8 quarterback in the league, would you feel like he underperformed this year?
If he was a top 8?
Yeah.
No, because that's still what?
But he's 3rd in pay.
Okay, but he's still jumping how much from last year?
16.
So he's getting much better.
I agree, but like by our argument before is that he should be top 3 quarterback because he's paid top 3.
Yes. Like, I know, I understand, yes, because that is what I just said, like being at least top 5. But, like, if you're making the jump to be half as high up on that list versus last year, that's a major improvement.
I also don't think Matt LaFleur's offense is designed for, somebody like Jordan Love to be, like, an MVP candidate type of quarterback.
Jared Goff runs this offense.
Aaron Rodgers?
Okay, we know the Matt LaFleur offense with Aaron Rodgers was not the Matt LaFleur offense he wanted to run. He adjusted it for Rodgers. He had to adjust it back for what Jordan Love is capable of. And this offense wants to run the ball. Like there's fewer throws that Jordan Love makes. We talked about it all last year. When Jordan Love gets into 30 attempts a game, he always had a pick. Matt LaFleur is going to keep it to 25. Joe Burrow last year threw like 40 passes a game, 35 passes a game.
That's because he has to.
100%. But it's also his coordinator knows that Joe Burrow can sling it. That's what he's best at. Like, let the guy cook. Jordan Love is not Joe Burrow. Jordan Love is not going to have the same amount of opportunities, and if he does, it's probably detrimental.
Let's talk about this on the other side, because I think Matt just walked back into the take that I had that Jordan Love is a fully cooked prospect, because he doesn't believe if he can't take those steps.
I don't think he can get up to Jordan Burrow good. Like, I don't know if Jordan Love's got like best quarterback in the NFL potential.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Avondale Roofing is knocking on your door. Leaking roof? Man, that's a shame. Call the real pros. We running this game. We patch it, thatch it, no need to stress. Our crew shows up and cleans up the mess. No drips, no drafts, no drama at all. Just tight new shingles, then a leak-proof hall. Hey.
It's nothing but Avondale, baby. They keep it dry when the weather gets crazy. Hey.
Visit AvondaleRoofing.com. That is AvondaleRoofing.com.
Get ready for Germanfest, carnival style. Sink your teeth into Spanferkel, cheer on the tiny racers at the Dachshund Derby, and dance the night away with Vox Club, Juhe aus Tirol, and top bands from around the country. Don't miss the colorful parade, and on Saturday night, wear your best costume for the Masquerade Ball at the Miller Stage. Eat, drink, schunkel, and make it your tradition at Germanfest. For more information and online tickets, visit Germanfest.com.
One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but a way of life at Gruber Law Offices. If you've been injured, call our team today. We've represented tens of thousands of injured Wisconsinites for well over 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Man, I got this right. My habit to my bed. You know I'm popping tag. But man, I got this swag. Man, I got this swag. My habit to my bed.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from the Tundra Trio in Green Bay. Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown, Matt Hamilton with you. Primetime Laura Shine back at the Everlight Solar Studio. We're on at 12-2 because the Milwaukee Brewers play this afternoon. They take on the Mariners. Quinn Priester on the mound. We are the home for Brewers baseball here in Madison. We have a Siding Unlimited poll question that you can chime in on with the Cardinals Talking text line. List is more. 844-770-3776. Has Goody set expectations for the Packers at NFC Championship game or bust? 75% of you say yes.
Is that the expectation that fans are setting, though? Because I know the question is, has Goody set this expectation?
Right. And I think Goody kind of has.
How? Like,
well,
what is the big part that makes you be like, oh, he's thinking NFC Championship or bust?
Well, we know playoff appearance and a loss is not. Like, you have to, the minimum that you could expect Goody to expect, and I think most fans should expect this, is a playoff win. Because no one's going to be happy. No one's going to call the season a success, regardless of record, if you go into the playoffs and lose your first game.
I would like to point out how far the Packers have fallen, as we have Rutledge as an idiot guy. Very upset that I said the Packers quarterback has to be the best for them to win the division. That used to be something that Packer fans would take as a given. So Thank you, Rutledge as an idiot guy, for proving that Jordan Love is so much further away than Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre.
Your point is a valid one, Jim.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We're going to throw some stones on the other side.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Matt, you I don't mean this in a mean way, but you kind of look like your dog.
Moose is a handsome dog. So
beautiful
no
dogs.
offense taken. No offense taken at all.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Sinden Chevrolet in Mount Horeb. You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Sinden Chevrolet in Mount Horeb. A legal battle unfolds. Could Xavier Lucas's departure from Wisconsin affect future college football operations? Following a new House settlement, the NCAA turning to a sports commission group to take over. Hurricanes beat writer Alex Sano laying out more on the matter during his appearance on the Jump Around.
We don't know exactly how they're going to operate because we don't have a history. Is the College Sports Commission going to put a bullseye on Miami and say, you know what, we really want to investigate to set an example against tampering or alleged tampering? Or is the commission, going to kind of sit on their hands? We don't really know.
For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. Get 0% interest for up to 5 years if you order by July 31st at PellaWI.com.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
When you're in the right place at the right time, things get done. The important things, like knowing what you need and how it all works. Talking truck. Fixing it right the first time. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, our people get it done right and now. That's how you know you're in the right place at the right time. And you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and no interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
The ESPN Madison Open, presented by Coors Light, is back. On Monday, August 4th, the ESPN Madison crew is packing up our bags and teeing off at TPC, Wisconsin for a day on the links. This year's Open is benefiting Mentoring Positives, a nonprofit based right here in Madison, dedicated to uplifting youth and families through mentoring, athletics, and youth entrepreneurship. The ESPN Madison Open, also brought to you by Carbless, Zimbrick Honda, Siding Unlimited, Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison, Clear Vision Pro Wash, and Vortex Optics. It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our friends at Road America, America's national park of speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. Grid Life is up next July 23rd through the 25th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from the Tundra Trio in Green Bay. We're here because the Packers start training camp. Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown, Matt Hamilton with you. Primetime Morishine back at the Everlight Solar Studio. You get into the show, 844-770-3776. It's Carl Talking text line. List is more. Our side of them with a poll question we're asking you. Has Goody set the expectations for the Green Bay Packers at NFC Championship game or bust? The majority of you have said yes so far. I want to get to a little bit of, it's not very interesting news, but we're going to throw some stones, and I'll share some news with you in Throwing Stones.
1, 2, 3,
Some takes are cooler than others.
You know this kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
Now what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold.
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out. I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man. I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
Jim, before you take us into this, let me just say, how dare you say this is not important news? Jersey number changes are what training camp coverage is made for. This is why we play. This is why we prepare for the off seasons, Jim. Okay, this is the stuff that matters.
Bo Melton, which probably matters more, is apparently going to take more reps at corner than wide receiver. He's going to change his number from 80 to 16. Which opens up 80 for Matthew Golden.
I'm feeling 22.
Now, I
Stay
said from the beginning he was changing his number. He just screamed to the guy, like, again, I follow the other teams that I follow. There's certain guys that, like, kind of were stuck with the number, and they're kind of waiting it out. Matthew Golden kind of seemed like a guy that was stuck with the number, waiting it out for 80. And I think 80 is where Matthew Golden's going to end up.
So initially, his number was 81 when he got drafted, remember? That was the one he held up on the stage, and then that wasn't available, so then he changed to 22.
So 22, obviously, or 2 at least, has meaning to him and his family. So, like, 22, I don't think he's going to get rid of it.
22, though, because 22 people were drafted before him. He gave a whole explanation
Well,
why 22 matters.
His grandmother's favorite number was 2 or something, or for him was 2. So, like, that's why I'm like, I don't think he's going to get rid of it. I think he's bought it.
Stay the same. Stay the same. That's
Plus, I want a 22 jersey. So
I think he's going to change it to 80.
Yeah. Side note, Bo Melton. Do you feel worse, or who do you feel worse for? The cornerback room for the Green Bay Packers or Bo Melton?
Bo Melton. I do want to get to ESPN.
Can I ask one thing?
No, I feel worse for the cornerback room because at least Bo Melton gets to stay on the team because he has an aptitude for being potentially a corner.
But this might be the next
Most
step.
guys
to him
that are wide receivers that aren't good enough to make the team.
But this might be the next
hit
step.
the road.
He's going to get cut.
Yeah, this is the next step to him getting cut.
He's being cut.
Like, even though Matt LaFleur tried to floof it up a couple months ago and say, like, this is good.
Would he be gone already then if he's clearly not good
No,
enough for
because
the
it's
wide
only the first day of
receivers?
training camp.
They're going to give him they need bodies.
Yeah.
Like, when guys get hurt, you sign in random training camp bodies to play corner. And they're going to give him the opportunity to shock, but at this point, he is trending towards getting cut.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about a corner at number 16? That feels like a bad number for a corner too.
That is true.
Well, they probably don't care because he's going to get cut.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Plus, he's going to have so many interceptions. He's going to be catching the ball like a wide receiver. 16 is a good wide receiver number.
All right. What's next?
All right. The other one I wanted to get to quick, we got Mark Tauscher coming up next, was I want to ask you guys, do you know who Michael Brantley or Matt Laporta is?
What's his name? Sam Laporta's dad.
Brother.
No.
Uncle.
No relation as far as I know. Actually, we have Maddie Hayes, obviously Madison's social media queen still. She might know who these players are. Does Michael Brantley or Matt Laporta ring a bell to you at all? Michael Brantley does. They were traded to the Cleveland Guardians. Guardians to the CC Sabathia. CC Sabathia was traded to the Milwaukee Brewers. That time they were the Indians, but they are the Guardians now and going forward. CC Sabathia came to the Milwaukee Brewers. CC Sabathia, this trade was rated the number one trade deadline trade by ESPN, was 11-2 with a 1.65 ERA, 7 complete games, 3 shutouts in 17 games. His WAR with the Brewers was basically 5.
Wow.
So with the Brewers, he was worth 5 wins more than your average player.
That's sweet.
That is the type of trade
that the Brewers aren't going to do.
It's the type of trade they should do if they want to go win a World Series.
But they won't.
It seems like you're going to get more WAR out of like a pitcher than you would out of a bat, though. And that's the thing. It's like we don't need a pitcher.
I said the type of trade.
Yeah. No, I get it.
If Suarez comes here, he would. I guess I don't know Durbin's WAR off the top of my head. There's a good chance that Suarez's WAR would pass Durbin's WAR in the overall season in the short amount of time he's here.
For sure, but I don't think anyone's coming close to CC Sabathia's WAR.
No. But if you brought in, like, let's say Durbin's a 2 WAR right now, like Suarez coming in could have a 2 WAR or 3 WAR with the Brewers. Because Christian Yelich turned his WAR from negative to positive.
2.1 for Durbin.
So I actually like the chances of Suarez coming here and having a higher WAR in his time with the Brewers. Now, that ain't going to happen. They're not going to make that trade. But Suarez is the type of guy that would make a huge difference. Because even if you averaged it out, that Durbin's WAR of a 2, I would imagine Suarez's WAR, he's an all-star level player. I don't know off the top of my head, but I guarantee it's higher than 2. I'm trying to filibuster here from Matt.
Yeah, I'm close.
To look it up.
His WAR is 3.4.
There you go. Yes.
Take that for data.
Better, and he would pass it with the Brewers. We'll talk to Mark Tauscher on the other side. We got Mark Tauscher coming up there. But go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. That's where winners go. Millions of dollars are won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Because I'm out on Kelsey.
Clipped Laporta.
I'm out on Kelsey.
You
I don't like
despise Travis Kelce.
I do.
God, if Jim
his
was
hair,
here,
his last name, everything. He would be like, "What? Him and Taylor Swift are great."
If Jim was here, he would just be screaming at the both of you. Right
Literally,
now.
Oh
exactly.
my gosh, he would be losing
This
his
isn't even
mind.
a question.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. In fact, we are Wisconsin's only Pella Platinum Premier Certified contractor, and we've won Pella's prestigious National Contractor of the Year award 5 times. It's easy to get started. The process starts with homeowners meeting us at Siding Unlimited's amazing showroom on 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. Trust me, our showroom is a must-see. Looking for new windows, siding, roofing, and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Hi,
Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our balanced approach helps guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, we will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects to help you achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity, it's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best high school sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see the teams recognized for making a positive impact in the community. It's the Game Changers of the Month, presented by Zimbrick Honda.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on July 29th.
Trio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh my goodness, third down.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in July 29th at 6:40 on WISC TV in Madison, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Your current car, soon to be your old car. A new car? Better start looking. But you've got this, just like Associated Bank's got you with free credit score and score monitoring on most new consumer checking accounts. Because when you know you need to make a big purchase, knowing your credit score puts you in the driver's seat. You've got this with free credit monitor from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. A customizable homepage, easier and quicker live listening. Your shows at the touch of a fingertip.
Unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see, Green Bay is going to run this thing back, and you hope that these other guys will emerge.
Available in Apple and Android app stores. Your one-stop shop for ESPN Wisconsin. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it today.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Green Bay Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher on Jim, Matt, and Molly is brought to you by Chalmers Jewelers. Chalmers Jewelers, with locations in Middleton and downtown Madison.
I don't know if I'd agree with that, Jim Rutledge.
Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer
Matt Hamilton. Help me out. Who is that?
Wisconsin football analyst.
You know what? It feels like Molly's the only one that's being sincere about that. So, Molly, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Mark Tauscher on Jim, Matt, and Molly is brought to you by Chalmers Jewelers. Chalmers Jewelers, with locations in Middleton and downtown Madison.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues from the Tundra Trio. We are in Green Bay. You cannot see our faces. You can kind of see a little bit of
We're literally in the shadows of Lambeau Field.
Yes, or the shadows of the trio. We are up here because the Packers start training camp today. Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown, Matt Hamilton with you. Primetime Orsheim back at the Everlight Solar studio. We are presented by Coors Light. We're thrilled to be joined by Mark Tauscher, who is, we're not going to be able to hear from him for a little bit, so we're happy to have him on. And, Mark, the first question that I'll ask you here is, when you return, what do you think the big topic around the Packers will be when you get back to the airwaves here with ESPN Wisconsin?
Really good question. I think the question that I hope is, Matthew Golden has been so good, he is going to be your starting
day one wideout. That is what I'm hoping is the storyline from what these next 7 or 8 days or however long I'm going to be gone. Matthew Golden has looked so good, and he's been so impressive. Even though he's a rookie, we can't keep him off the field. That is what I'm hoping we'll be talking about.
Tausch, we were just briefly talking about Bo Melton in our last segment. He suited up as a cornerback today, number 16. Do you think that this is good for the cornerback room, or is he just a couple steps away from walking out the door or getting pushed out the door?
When I first heard it, I think when the press conference and the kind of the transcripts came out, it was, ooh, that's tough, because we heard from mini camps that he was gonna try to go do this both ways. But the more I'm thinking about it, what it tells me is that Brian Gutekunst and Matt LaFleur really want him to make this football team, and he's going to make it on special teams at this point. But the fact that the receiving room, and they grabbed the guy from Colorado yesterday, you picked up McCole Hardman, and you have all these ones that it wasn't going to be in the works for Bo Melton to make it there. So the fact that they've switched and that they've tried, if he is playing defensive back at all in that Detroit opener, I think that would be a bad sign for this defense. But the fact that you've given him an opportunity to still find a way to make this roster, I think is better than if you just let him sit at wide receiver 7, 8 and hope something bad happens to get him a spot. So they're giving him every opportunity to showcase his value. And I don't know if you bet against him, because he has constantly answered the bell, whatever role they've asked him to do. And that's why both LaFleur and Goody like him, is because what kind of character, try to find a way for him to make that 53-man roster.
So, Tausch, Goody took the podium today and said that Elton Jenkins has a back issue, and that seems pretty sus to me. What's your take on that?
Is that what all the young kids are saying, is sus?
That's what Matt thinks.
That's what they said last year. I don't know about
now.
now.
Basically the Steve Buscemi meme right now.
Was he capping?
Capping?
Yeah, it's another
no
term.
cap.
Listen, man, I got kids that are, in that age range, like 6, 7 is a big thing.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God.
The kids drive me crazy with that.
I hate it so much.
It's insane. I don't get it. I don't
Neither do
really
I.
understand why that's
If you ask them to explain it, they can't explain it either.
No, they can't. It's some song. It's a song. They go, 6, 7. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
It means mid, right? Like, it's just mid. It's not great. I don't know, but I know if we say, we had games at 6 or 7 tonight, the kids laugh and they think it's the funniest thing ever. I don't understand it. What was the question again, now that I'm all distracted? I don't even remember what they were talking about. Oh, the sus on Elton Jenkins.
Yeah.
Listen, man, what you've learned as you do media and you understand, it's not what they say. It's kind of how they say it and what it is. Elton Jenkins isn't happy with his contract. We all know that. He's not going to come out and say this and make it a bigger story. His job is to try and kind of put the flames out and not make anything distraction. I'm sure when Elton Jenkins talks later that there might be, I don't know if it will be the same exact answer about his back, but his back could be stiff. He could have some back issues, but I'm guessing that the balm that's going to heal a lot of what is going on right now is going to be some cash. And if you get that figured out, I'm guessing a lot of the injury part of this thing is going to get fixed too.
But Tausch, how much of an impact does not having Elton Jenkins for who knows how much of training camp going to make on the offense?
It's huge, and that's why I think you got to figure this out. And I'm sure that that is the goal for everybody, because when Balaga joined us this morning, we were just discussing, you can just plug him back in whenever. Well, yeah, you can, but now you're playing Sean Ryan out of spot. He's not going to be playing the spot he is. You're getting the snaps with the quarterback. You're getting all of the declarations and pass protection. You're working your combo blocks with your guards. And all of that, while, if, at some point if Sean Ryan has to play, you can say, okay, we got those reps. They're valuable. But you want those with your guys and the guys that are going to be playing. And the center is a critical position. That's why I think Detroit, they're going through similar things where they're replacing a new center. It's just a vital spot. Nothing can happen. If you can't snap the ball, get it to the quarterback, you can't function as an offense. And then you factor in all of the other things that a center brings to the table. The other thing, you have to change blocking schemes according to what your center's capabilities are. If you have a great center, you can all of a sudden start sending guards up on linebackers quicker. You can just let the center, and, Kelsey in Philadelphia is great at this. You could pull them around. You have to change scheme depending on what your center's capabilities are. So there's just a lot of variables that go into this, and that's why, at some point I think you figure it out and get this done so that you can get your preferred 5 and get them to start working together so that they can be ready to go when they play Detroit.
Tauscher, you mentioned Kelsey, and I remember there was a big story, I think, going into the year the Eagles won the Super Bowl, is that, because he retired and he was still calling out basically the pass protections for the Eagles, and he poo-pooed and said, Jalen will be able to do it just fine. And I'm sure Jordan Love is capable, but how much do the Packers rely on the center to do some of that, or Jordan Love? Is that something the center, if Elton Jenkins has reps doing it, can do? Because it's more. There's some centers in this league will do a lot to make the life for the quarterback easier, because if you watch the quarterback series on Netflix, the quarterback's got to find out where the safeties are, call audibles, a million other decisions to be made. So if you have a center that can take the pass protection off their plate, that makes life easier too. Is that something that the centers for the Packers often do, and is that something that Jenkins you think could be capable of doing?
For sure. I think all really good centers, especially veteran centers, they want to have that responsibility. It's their role to help, because we all know the quarterback has enough on their plate. They have to understand what routes and coverage, and your job as a center, you want to make the job easier for the quarterback. And Elton Jenkins knows this system as well as any. He's been here the whole time. He's been here longer than Jordan Love. So he understands what Matt LaFleur is trying to do. Jordan and him getting that chemistry on snaps and understanding, hey, if I have a reach block this way, make sure you stay in there a little bit longer because it's tougher to make sure you secure the snap. But, yes, from a mental standpoint, centers take a really good center takes a big load. And that's why they're, besides the fact that, obviously their hands are touching their butts every snap or most snaps, there's just a lot of chemistry and that needs to develop throughout the course of a preseason. And when you haven't done it for a consistent season, like Elton, he's been playing guard, it's really important to get all of those things knocked out so that you feel really comfortable by the time you kick off in September.
Mark, we're kicking around this, and I think we kind of all settled that the quarterbacks, there's not a high level of variance in the North as far as how good they have to be for their team to win. What quarterback in the NFC North do you think has to play the best for their team to win the division? So we're kind of asking a supporting cast / coaching question
Jared
there,
Goff.
But Jared Goff?
I think it's Jared Goff. I don't even think it's close. When you look at McCarthy, I think everybody's just looking for him just to be, an average quarterback this first season. I think with the Bears, they're looking at Caleb, but they're trying to figure out. Obviously, they want him. I just saw, Ben Johnson say he needs to be 70% completion percentage. Good luck. That's not an easy thing to do. But I think Jared Goff's a veteran. He's been around, and I think they're going to ask a lot of him. Their center's gone, new coordinator. It's his offense. I think they're looking at him. He was a top 5 MVP candidate last year, and that's how Detroit is. That's I think going to be a critical piece to them. Obviously, Jordan Love, they're going to ask a lot of him, but they basically did this all off season to try to make his life as easy as possible. Whereas I think in Detroit, you can make an argument that Jared Goff's job got tougher with what they did this offseason.
So you mentioned Ben Johnson with the 70% part, which is an incredibly high number. But there is something with coaching like aim high, miss high. Is that conversations that, maybe LaFleur has with Jordan Love behind closed doors? Or those conversations that the coaches have of like, hey, we are going to hold you to a standard that might seem impossible. Maybe we don't put it out in the media, but we want you to shoot for the impossible because if you miss, you're still pretty dang good.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You have offensive meetings and everybody sets it's in a room. You all go through, well, this is what we need to be on third down. This is what we need to be on third and short. This is where we're looking to be from a running game standpoint. If you're in the O-line room or running back and quarterback, you have goals that you're going to be setting. And that can be whether it's in a quarterback meeting room or, in the full offensive room. And everybody is understanding of what is expected of them. At least any good team will have that. Now, whether or not you want to go public with that typically is up to the player. If the player is saying, last year we weren't good enough at this, I need to be better on third down, and we need to have our third down percentage this, and we need to have our completion percentage up to a certain standard. So there's no doubt that I think everybody, over Stanovich and the whole offensive staff, they have goals that are going to be set, and Jordan Love is going to be the one driving that. And whether Whether he needs to be at 68%, I can assure you one thing that everybody will be talking about is they need to be much better at protecting the football and finishing drives in the end of halves. I would say those would be two things that if you look at last year where things went a little bit haywire, it would be those two things. And those are the things that, you have a full off season you're looking at, and you're going to try to figure out how do we clean that up? Because if we're trying to get where everybody wants us to get, we need to have that area cleaned up. And that's what I'm sure the offensive staff is saying as well.
Real quick, because let's say, how far do the Packers go if Jordan Love completes over 70% of his passes?
I would think that if you're at that completion percentage with a running game and everything else, every goal that you're trying to shoot for is going to be very, very attainable.
Totally agree.
Tausch, so on a less Packers football-related note, when we were driving up, I get that first glimpse of Lambeau, and, I legitimately get goosebumps every single time. I've been here, plenty. Do you still have any, feeling towards Lambeau, or, have you been here enough that you're like, been there, done that, got the T-shirt? Where's your head at when you get to come up to Green Bay and be a part of, the stadium in this kind of, atmosphere?
No, for me, obviously it's usually coming up there on a game day or something else, and you still have that excitement. But the only thing I think of is, man, I can't believe how freaking big this place has gotten. I can't believe how much different this is. And there used to be literally a gas station and a sandwich shop right next to the stadium that you'd pull in and you'd grab. Now they have the new locker room and they have lunch. You'd grab a sub and head in to go play a Monday night game. And now you have all of that, and it's going the other way, and you got all these big houses and everything else. So, yes, it is a magical place. That is always going to be the case when I see it. But now it just keeps looking at what did they add now? Oh, now they have underground parking. Oh, what did they do now? Now they built this. And that typically is more of what I think when I'm driving in, because it seems like every time I go up there, something big and something new is being done up in that Titletown district.
Well, I'm actually so glad because the Packers unveiled their new locker rooms, which are insane, by the way. And, Tausch, I was just wondering, during your time as a Packer, was there any big innovation that the Packers did like that?
Yeah, they renovated the stadium. And we, I'm so old that I was actually in the locker room before this old locker room. And I like that locker room. So I just think that, it's great that they are continuing to upgrade their facilities. And one of the things that the NFLPA has done really well is they give those surveys, and owners and teams are looking at those surveys, and the facilities, especially the locker room, the Packers rank a little low, and they want to be best in class in everything they're doing. So they made those adjustments. It wouldn't probably excite me as much as a lot of guys, but as far as it looks unbelievable. But for me, the locker room was about, throwing cards, playing backgammon, and all of the other stuff was just kind of window dressing. But what they've done is it is probably the best locker room now in the entire NFL, and they just keep doing what they need to do to stay top of class when it comes to NFL franchise.
Mark, enjoy your well-earned recharge here before football season. That's Mark Tauscher.
Appreciate you. Thanks, guys.
All right. Chalmers Jewelers presents Mark Tauscher, Madison's family-owned, Madison's locally-owned custom jeweler. Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. This has been Jim, Matt, and Molly. Brewers baseball is coming up next.
See ya.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the